Yep.
Yeah. And the emails from what I'm reading, they seem pretty heated. Why is that?
I'm sorry?
The emails that I'm reading, if they're assuming they're from you, they seem pretty heated. Why is that?
Because I've had my rights violated.
Which rights are those?
You know, like the U.S. Constitution that you're supposed to uphold?
Uh-huh. By the landlord?
Yeah, they've been lying about things, saying
Okay.
I'm a threat to them, which isn't true.
Okay.
And they harass me.
Okay, so you are gonna harass them back then because of that?
I'm not harassing them back. I'm speaking the truth. I have a right to speak the truth. Freedom of speech.
Okay.
Do you believe in freedom of speech?
The only problem I'm coming across is that we don't want you to violate your restraining order. Do you agree?
So you don't want me to use my freedom of speech?
I'm talking about the issue of tenancy here. That's all we're talking about. We're talking about free speech.
Well,
Understand?
you're sworn to uphold freedom of speech, aren't you?
Again, that's not the issue we're talking about here, okay?
Well, that's the utmost issue, the Constitution.
Okay, Brian, you can, by all means, you can go down that alley with someone else, but like I said, this is regarding a TRO violation, a temporary restraining order violation.
How? How exactly?
So, you understand you've been served the extension first off, right? To your restraining order?
Extension.
Yeah, so you went to court, they gave you the paperwork and everything, you got that already?
Correct.
Okay, so then you know that you should not be getting any communication other than email and regarding tenancy only. You understand? That was the conditions of your temporary restraining order, correct?
This is regarding, yeah, my tenancy, because I'm being harassed.
Well, you said it was regarding First Amendment.
It's regarding both.
Okay, so
You don't think that
First Amendment is not something that you need to, according to the courts, they're not letting you talk about that First Amendment with your landlord.
Well,
the only thing you're allowed to talk about is tenancy.
you're not allowed to abuse the First Amendment. I'm not abusing the First Amendment. I'm speaking truth.
Okay, so again, it's not the truth that you were talking about. This has nothing to do with that. This is the reason I'm here. Temporary restraining order violation. So you're not supposed to be talking about anything other than tenancy. Do you understand?
So if I bring up things like there might be lead in our water because it's higher in metal content, and that they may have exposed me to asbestos, I'm not allowed to speak about those things?
Lead in the water? Sure, you can talk about that.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's not the issue.
So what
though.
specifically am I not supposed to talk about?
So I'm seeing a lot of emails here where you're talking about, let's see here, are you citizens of the US or Mexico? What connections do you have to SDSU administrators? What connections do you have to Homeland Security?
Well,
So those are not questions related to tenancy. You understand
okay,
that?
I understand that.
So that's a violation of the temporary restraining order. It's a misdemeanor.
I've had my rights violated, so I'm asking questions. And if they don't,
So those kinds of questions, then you should be pointing towards the court, not towards the protected parties in your restraining order.
Okay, well,
You understand
I haven't been getting answers back from the people I've asked those questions to in law enforcement,
Okay,
which seems to aid
that
people
doesn't
who are
mean you can
harassing me.
violate- So Brian, that doesn't mean you can violate the restraining order because you have those questions that are unanswered. You understand? So that's where the impasse I'm at right now. So what's going to happen from here? Because this is apparently an ongoing issue. So maybe you can tell me what's your plan from here? Are you going to be moving out? Are you happy with your living situation here?
No, I'm not happy with my living situation, but I'm poor and I'm unable to move out. And think about now that I have this restraining order over me, who wants to be my, who wants to let me live with them or give me a job? So I am being, not only am I disabled, I have narcolepsy, I feel that I'm being discriminated and harassed by law enforcement, as well as being harassed constantly by the landlords who keep exposing me to unwanted chemicals. And as you've told me now, that I'm not supposed to, communicate with them anything besides tenant issues.
Well, it sounds
I
like
asked them questions. I didn't.
You were already aware of that. So you were already aware of that because that was in the initial temporary restraining order. No communication other than email regarding tenancy only.
Well, it is arguable that it also affects my tenancy if my rights are being violated by people, and that if I'm being called like a dirty American by somebody, I can't say, well, are you maybe not a citizen and are looking down on me?
Again, we're just going in circles at this point. So Brian, that was a violation. Obviously, it sounds like you're aware of the restraining order. I know you got your issues going on. Believe me, I get that you have issues on this. That's not, again, like I said, that's the violation.
Well, that wasn't clear. There should be a list of clear things that we could communicate about.
So
the law is supposed to be clear.
That's why I said tenancy.
Okay.
Asking them about their citizenship status is not tenancy related. Do you
When
agree?
they're exposing me to unwanted chemicals and shutting the windows, turning off the fan,
Even if that's true, it's not related to tenancy. You understand?
for me as an American, I think it is, because if somebody is violating my rights, I feel, and that they're not an American, and
Then that's something to bring up to
that
the
people who are
courts.
supposed to uphold the Constitution aren't, and in fact assisting them in abusing the justice system, and they lied in court. I think that that's an abuse of it's making a mockery of justice. In fact,
Okay, that's not related, again, to the main issue we're here, the issue we got called for, which is a violation. It sounds like we're all on the same page. That was a violation. You still have your issues going on. So look, give me 1 second. I'm going to talk to my
do
partner.
you think it's a violation of the Constitution for you to be in here unannounced and like?
Again, we're here, invited in because of the violation of a temporary restraining order. So stand by 1 second. I'm going to talk to my partner, and I'm going to come back with you, and we're going to see what kind of game plan we're going to go from here, okay? Sound good?
Can I go outside? I want.
You just sit still just for now, okay? All right, Brian. So here's the situation from here. Because of what we're seeing here in the emails, because of the conditions on the restraining order, I have to take an enforcement action on that. You understand?
No, I do not understand.
Okay, then I'm going to explain it to you real briefly. You violated the restraining order, which you acknowledge was served. You have had it. It is in regards to, the condition allows you to communicate via email only about tenancy issues. You understand?
Yes, and
So,
I
because
believe
there's-
these are tenancy issues as well that I'm addressing.
Okay.
I believe that because I'm making complaints and I'm being like silenced or harassed.
So tell you what, Brian. Like I said, the issue we're here. There was a violation. I'm recognizing that is a violation according to the emails I'm seeing here, not related to tenancy. So for that reason, I'm going to be placing you under arrest again for the violation of the temporary restraining order. Okay? You understand?
No, I do not understand. I think
Okay.
I
So
think
I'm
you
gonna
are
explain it further to you. Leo.
you are sworn to uphold the Constitution, and I think that you are
And
perverting justice if you do that.
And the courts. So the courts here stated that you're only allowed to do certain one thing. You violated that one thing. So we're going to go from here. So do me a favor, put the phone down, stand up and turn around, put your hands on your back.
Can I get some verification that you have to tell me like what law statute and things that I'm
I will absolutely tell you that. Absolutely.
Okay,
But
what's-
like I said, as of right now, you're still under arrest
well under arrest for what?
for violating 166 A4 of the Penal Code.
Can you
Violating a court
tell me
order.
what that code states?
I just told you it's violating a court order. And so
That's
you have done
exactly
so.
what it states. How
That's
it?
exactly what it states. And
Okay.
you'll feel free to look it up later. As
Can I
of
look
right
it up now?
Nope. As of right now, like I said, you're being placed under arrest. So I'm telling you again, stand up, put the phone down,